day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 every
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just the Matrix. You are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know in the comments down below. And I don't have a way of... None. We'll do it like this. I was trying to get the Solnic account. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I forgot my thingamajig. Yeah, we're not going to go live from the Solnic account. No live from the Solnic account today. That's okay. All right, what's up, guys? Ski! Glad to see you, brother. Oh, you know what? I got my thing right here. 1 second. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Relax, everybody. Relax. All good. All right. We're all right. We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. That's what my football coach used to say. Let me just get this squared away real quick. There we go. All right. Cool. All right, let's get it then. All right. Let's put this on here. All right, let's get into it. Let's pull up the YouTube chat. Says 2:15 a.m. here, but stayed up to watch my boy ski. We'll get back into the double streams tomorrow. I just needed a rest from traveling. I always feel like I'm gonna do it that first thing in the morning, and then it's just like, man, that drive just kicks my butt every time. UK crew here. What's up, y'all? We need more of your girl ski. Listen, I just put in the Telegram, and I'll put it in the comments, but she made a channel. So it's going to be more like, it's going to be more, obviously it's going to be only farm stuff really, but it's going to be her perspective of the journey a lot. So I will, I'll give you guys that. Copy that as well. So make sure you guys show some support over there. She's a little shy. She's a little nervous, but, she doesn't really do social media like that. But she likes it, so she's gonna do some more of that. So there you go. That is the channel. It's mostly gonna be the farm stuff from her perspective, and I'll put it in this as well. There we go. What's up, guys? Holy charts, LOL. What are you saying, brother? All right, make sure you guys spam that like button, hit that share, so other people can spam that like button and hit that share. I put the wrong link, I just realized. Why did it give me that? Let me try this again. Should we sell in May? And there we go. There it is. Should we sell in May and walk away, or just re-enter before Rocktober? Depending on what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I gave you guys the wrong thing. My bad. Depending on what you got going on. I think alts... So I went over this in the Patreon video pretty heavily today. Or the Telegram video. The private group video. We went over this pretty heavily today. But what I want to keep... and let's get into it. So right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $97,200. And all that's really happened is the same story. Mass liquidation, mass manipulation by the apex predators. That's it. End of stream. Good night, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That's really all that's happened. We've had a higher low, which is good, and we're on top of the base of the prior support, which is also good. There's basically two scenarios that I see happening for cryptocurrency market right now as it stands with all the data that is given. No, Rax, I don't think, like, literally Rose is at the, we're going to talk about this, but I'm going to answer your question. Rose specifically is literally at the bear market lows. Like, how much lower do you think it's going to get? It's literally at the bear market lows. How much lower do you think it's going to get? It's not. That's the answer. It's not. That's it. Okay, and the point of that video was to not do that. The point of the video was to not try to outsmart BlackRock and not to try to outsmart Fidelity and Chase and all the other institutions, but to have your fundamental coins that you believe in and stick to the process and stick to the plan. Do not make emotional decisions, right? Okay, but let's circle back to Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin. Right now, I basically see two scenarios taking place. Two scenarios is what I see happening for the cryptocurrency. Let me clean this up. Sorry, guys. I basically see two scenarios happening right now for the cryptocurrency markets. As far as where Bitcoin is, where we're at, where I think that we're going. Okay? Point number one is basically this was a final shakeout. Getting retail completely out of the market. Right? So when people say they're not going to let us all win, you're correct. You are correct. They're not going to let us all win, but they cannot stop anyone from playing the game. So how do they do it? Fear and greed. So when you think, when what people think when they say that, they're not going to let us all win, what they think that means is they're going to shut it down in a way where you physically cannot win. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is what just happened. Is Big Bad Boogeyman mass sells $200 billion of manipulation, and you have not done the emotional work required to sustain through that. Maybe not you specifically, but a lot of people panic sold there. That's what it means in practicality. When they say things like, they're not going to let us all win. That's what it means right there. Because 90% of people do not have a plan. And they do not have the emotional fortitude to weather the shaking. This is why I always say the best thing you can do is to DCA. The second best thing you can do is nothing. It is never a good idea to sell out of fear. It's never a good idea to buy out of greed. Never. Never. All right, so scenario number one is this was the last ditch effort by the apex predators to get all of retail out, and I would argue that's probably what happened. And then back to regularly scheduled program, $118,000 by the end of February. Alt season starts just like we've outlined. Scenario number two is we go to $118,000. Bitcoin will steal the liquidity. And this is going to be dependent on Bitcoin dominance. We'll talk about that in just a second. And there is a CME gap down there at 80K that people have been talking about. And I've been saying my theory is we get this after the bear market, or in the bear market is when we get this. But what I could see happening is going to $118,000, swiping down and grabbing this from $118,000. Selling may go away, right? June, July. Boom. 34% correction. Devastating, right? Has that ever happened? In the midst of a bull market We had a 34. We just had that happen in the last May through August. Just for context, here you go. 34% correction. What about in the midst of the Yeehaw bull run? Does that happen? Does 34% corrections happen in the midst of the high five time? Sure does. 33% correction. It sure does. What about this one? This is a 50% correction. If you can't stomach this, I don't know, 55% correction in the midst of the bull market. What did it do from here? A 1.3x. This is when alt season was. It says, boom, 100% correct. Oh, I thought you were saying 100% correction. 100% correction. That'd be funny. What about this? Here's this. In February, right after Trump took office, did we have a 30% correction? Did we have a mass liquidation? We sure did. This is July. 43% correction. Right here is in February and March. It happens. It's part of the game. All right. And I'm going to circle back. Ultimately, what I think is going to happen, 118,000 is next. I still think that happens in February. Okay, the question is did the Bitcoin dominance, now we need to go to Bitcoin dominance. We need to go to Bitcoin dominance. Where is you? Where are you? All right, so here's the question. Here's the $1 million question. Was this a fake out or was this a breakout? There's two options. Both options lead to $118,000 for Bitcoin. In my opinion, both options, both scenarios lead to $118,000 for Bitcoin. Scenario number one, this is a fake out. That's what it looks like to me. When you see a giant wick like that, and then resistance off top of the prior all-time high, or the prior local high, this is a fake out. This is scenario number one. Roll over. We're right on schedule. All season, 118,000. All season starts. Yeehaw. All right, that's scenario number one. Scenario number one, nothing is different. Scenario number two, this is a new all-time high. This is a higher high. Look at the body. Where's the body? The hips don't lie. Where's the body? We'll see. We're going to know in a couple of days. We start getting body daily closes. This is a higher high. That would set us back a couple of months. That would mean, again, Bitcoin's going to $118,000. It's going to suck up the liquidity. And that would lead into scenario number two. Suck up the liquidity. XRP will probably get to $5 during this time. Sell in May, go away. Steep 30% correction, and then your alt season starts. So these are the two these are the two scenarios that I see. We're going to get our answer in about a week. The way that these bodies are shaping up, though, the way that we just had $200 billion in liquidations, I think it's scenario number one. We're going to get our answer, though. Either way, the play is not Bitcoin. In my opinion, unless you're buying Bitcoin for 20 years, the play is Bitcoin. If you're buying for the next 12 months, the play is altcoins. So just like we talked about Rose earlier in the live stream, should we wait on Rose? Should we sell our rows and then rebuy back? Like, at what point, what prices are you hoping to get? Because right now we're at the bear market lows. You're basically getting the 2022 price without the 2022 risk. I'm down 15K on Solnick. Until you're not. DCA, HODL. What if Bitcoin is so dominant it does not drop below 53%? You could have an alt season at 53%. It's the ones who bought the top who want to sell the bottom. 100%. Bro, doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's the two scenarios. I'm still leaning towards scenario number one, but I have put another scenario out there so that you can plan accordingly. Either way, I do think that the summer months are going to be boring. I do think that June, July, August is going to be boring. Either way we go. Buying more XRP thoughts? I think XRP gets to $5. People don't under how DCA works and how powerful it really is. Rose prediction, 38 cents minimum. That's a 10x from here. Will you alert us if the scenarios have switched? I will, absolutely. We're going to get our answer in the next couple of days. Listen, I'm not set in my ways. If I get new information, I will switch my opinions. But Bitcoin dominance is what we're waiting for. Bitcoin dominance is what we need. If we start getting daily body closes above where we're at, right? We wicked above there. We flirted, but flirtation, that's a shimmy. Whoop! Shakira, 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 my hips don't lie. Look at the body. Where's the body? Where's the body? The body is still at a double top. Okay? If we start getting bodies above this, okay, that's scenario number two. What is DCA? DCA means to dollar cost average. This is how you can avoid market manipulation. This is how you can avoid fear. This is how you can avoid your own worst enemy, which is you. Most times. Not you specifically, Eric, but just generally retail, which is regular people, which is me, which is you, which is everybody who's not BlackRock, Fidelity, Chase, Charles Schwab, and who the people that you're actually trading against. How do they play the game? How do they play the game? They play the game by market manipulation, by manipulating your emotions with fear and greed. How can you avoid falling prey to this? DCA, dollar cost average. This means you find your fundamental projects that you believe in long term, that have low to no inflation, and you can avoid the enemy of you. You can avoid market manipulation. You can avoid the emotional fortitude. What's Rose ticker? The ticker is Rose. It's Oasis Network. Quick question. Good time to buy or wait? Yes, it's an excellent time to buy, especially altcoins. You are basically, listen, for real, either scenario one or scenario two. The question is alt season going to start in February or is it going to start in April? That's really the difference. Right now, for most coins, you're getting 2022 prices with 2025 risk. What is 2025 risk? Gary Gensler is out. Regulatory clarity. Bitcoin ETFs. BlackRock is buying. The Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. You have 2022 prices with 2025 risk. That's pretty damn good. What are the scenarios for alt season? The scenarios are the scenario number one, which I've outlined, will start in February. At the end of February. Chart Solnick. I'll chart Solnick in just a second. It's the same thing. It's just a back test of the prior range. It's a really good looking chart. We'll look at it in just a second. Scenario number one, Alt season starts in February. Bitcoin will get to $118,000. And then it will probably roll all the way up to 138, as high as $207,000. Scenario number 2, Bitcoin goes to $118,000 in February, gets rejected, comes back to 80K, steals all the liquidity. This would be a more violent to the downside and then violent to the upside with alt season. So if you're rooting for the craziest return on investment, if you're going to tell me that Bitcoin gets to $250,000, this is the scenario. If you're going to tell me that there's going to be 50, 100x gains, this is the scenario. This would be the most violent to the downside, though. And it would probably set us into April. All right, I think I missed some of these comments. Do you think Rose has the best setup at the moment? It has one of the best. I mean, you're literally at the bear market prices. Who you got in the Super Bowl? The Eagles. Why would BlackRock care about altcoins like Rose? Okay, BlackRock is not the largest holder. It's rotation. Crypto is the most liquid asset. It doesn't need to be 100% new money. It's rotation, though. Sloshing around of funds. Also, Rose is I saw a chart with Rose. I don't think I have it. But there was a chart with American, ISO, all these different charts, right? Rose was on a lot of the bubbles. What about Pingues? I could care less about that one. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Didn't you say Bitcoin above 59%, you'd have to reevaluate? That's what I've done. I've reevaluated, Matt. I've reevaluated. That's why I have a different scenario outlined. It's more risky to sell now. HODL is key. I agree. From a logical perspective, it's more risky to sell now. I 100% agree. Is the bull run over? No, it is not. ICP good. Yes. It's a good time to buy Rose. I think so. Are we not bar for bar? February 2021? I think so. Very close. Very similar. Starknet Ski. I'm in. This is done what you don't understand. What don't I understand about market manipulation? What don't I understand about Apex players, predators? XRP top, you think is? I think okay. I'm going to give you the probable, and then I'm going to give you the number that I'm not mad about, right? This would be what could happen on the highest, probability would be $20. But what I would think would be the most probable is $5 to $12 in that range. $5 to $8 is probably where XRP is going to land this cycle. Should I buy Doge? Pick your fundamental coins with low to no inflation and DCA. All right, let's look at the Sonic chart. Rose. It's on Coinbase. Rose is on Coinbase. Sonic is my number one 100x play. We have ripped off the Band-Aid and back tested the prior range. From a technical perspective, that's all that this is. And it's on top of the 200 moving average. Beautiful. If you pull a micro fib from this December high to this February low, the next leg takes you to $30 million. This is a micro fib. I think there will be many micro legs over the course of the bull run. 7.5 cents is still the bet. Better to DCA into current coins you have lost in, or buy new coins at these low prices to gain more. It depends, right? There's not a cookie cutter answer for that, but the answer is, if the coin has low to no inflation, it's a good buy. Low to no inflation is what you're looking for. That's the key criteria. If something is crazy, stupid inflation, it doesn't matter how much you DCA into, it's not going to perform well. So you have to take inventory of tokenomics. Have you checked? Just don't buy XRP. When is GTA coming out? I don't know. Think your gaming coins will go crazy? Could be. My top gaming play is Naka. Don't worry, everyone. I get paid in a couple weeks, so everything will rip up before I can buy the dip. Is Matic worth buying? I think Matic gets north of $9. My top value plays right now with low to no inflation, good Fibonacci's, good Wyckoff schematics, and good development. Solnic, HNT, ICP, Shiba, Dent, VeChain, Naka, IOTA, Flux, Theta, Krill, Suki, Raven, Dynex, Dot, LCX, XYO, He, Crow, NXRA, Phantom, News 1. Is Soba dead? I have no idea. You want me to do TA on Soba? Let's see. This is Solana. I don't know if I would say it's dead. This is definitely the distribution here. It's crossed the 200 on the daily, sloping to the downside. I think it's definitely on the mark down. But just because something's on the mark down or in accumulation doesn't mean it's dead, though. It just means it's starting the next leg. Or it could be. Accumulation does not mean dead on any coin. Accumulation is a necessary process that every coin must go through in order to go to another leg higher. That is a fact. It doesn't matter what the coin is. How are you, Farmer Ski? I'm doing great. Fantastic. Good Morgan. I think someone said, was it Daniel? Says, I definitely owe you a call. Thanks for the patience. No worries, bro. I was busy too, so it's all good. I went to my farm. Chain link you goodbye right now? I think so. Total 3 doesn't look good. What's your thoughts? I think Total 3 is very similar to Solnic, just sort of ripped off the Band-Aid. I actually like it, honestly. That's what this is. It's a Band-Aid ripping off moment. Sooner or later, you need to touch this. You need to backtest this range right here. Okay, so I'm going to put the line right here. That's what it did. So it'll probably trade in here for a little bit. But I like that it backtested it already. That's beautiful. The micro fib takes you to $2, or not $2, 2.14 for the next leg. And it found support off of the 200. That's beautiful. Shiba at 10x. I think so. Would love to get TA on deep. On Sui, please. And thank you. You're asking me for Sui TA? Is now the time to buy Ethereum? I think Ethereum's a decent value, actually. I mean, again, you're at the bear market prices. That's what it is. Now, you know, we got to keep it in context. Like, what is Ethereum going to do? Ethereum's going to go to $7,000, in my opinion. Right? So, is there better ROI? I think so. But it's not bad. You know, a 1.5x for a blue chip is pretty good. It could go as high as 10 or 12,000, and you're talking about a 4x. You know, but yeah, I think Ethereum relatively is a pretty damn good value. Will alt season ever happen till 2029? Yes. Alt season will happen in 2025. Leroy Jenkins, thank you for the hat mustache. Yeehaw!
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Says, do not buy crypto right now. If you don't like money and you like being manipulated by your emotions, then that's the correct sentiment. Rose or Flux for ROI? It would be Flux. Magic card, is it on TradingView or is it on Dex Tools? Is Cliff paying you to ignore the web? I didn't see anything from you, bro. Which is it? TradingView? Okay. Slight pump on XYO. What's your prediction for ETH in the coming month? It's still going to be ranging. They're a mid-March dump from New Moon. That's what's been happening. I mean, that's what I've been saying forever. The New Moon's a local top. What should I put 500 into? My top values right now are, if I give you three, Solnic, Flux, Rose. That's a low cap, medium, and a big cap. All right, let me look at this one, then we'll look at Star. What is it? LRC. BlackRock buying loads of ETH yesterday. Yeah, ETH is a good value, for sure. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to keep perspective. Like, is ETH going to 100x from here? No, it's not. Is ETH as a giant market cap like it is, like it would be on the S&P 500, is it a good value? Yes, it is. Flux has a lot of inflation. Flux does not have a lot of inflation compared to other coins. I don't think so. Flux has a little bit of inflation. But not enough. There's less supply on Flux than Ethereum. The web wants you to check algo. All right. LRC. $10x coin, please. Solnic, Rose, Flux. That's a low cap, a medium cap, and a bull, and a big cap, large cap. Yeah, it's at the bottom of the range. There's a CME gap right in here. So that's going to get filled. That's right there. Whoops. That's going to get filled very soon. This is still what I anticipated. It's just working on accumulation, in my opinion. I think it's just going to retrace. But even so, is more than a 10x. That's a 12x. Can you explain CME gap? Yeah. It's just you get them in flash crashes or you get them in pumps. Essentially, it's where there's no trading. And these get filled. They don't get filled right away always, but the fact that it's so close, this is going to get filled probably in the next week. This is why I haven't been bullish on Turbo. Like, I've been bearish on Turbo forever because of this. This might not be a good chart. We'll see. Yeah. Like, this type of stuff is not good. It's flirting with danger. ADA conservative target, $6. Stark Net. Can you explain why Rose dumped more than expected? Oh, this ain't good. Let me see if I can find a better chart. We'll see, bro. Like, this is just distribution in the markdown. Sui or Ondo, which would you add more to? Neither for me. They're both highly inflationary, and they've already had a crazy run. I've been saying that for months. That Ondo and Sui, especially Sui, is not a play for me. Thank you for the hat and mustache. Yeehaw!
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Solana, I think, gets the $500 to $600. Pendle is pretty much the same, Daniel. Can you explain digital asset bank, like bridging the gap from fiat into crypto? Well, I think it's just the next logical progression, right? Crypto is faster than ACH. There's liquidity crunches all the time in the banking sector. And, like, how does the government keep just losing trillions of dollars? So to me, it's just the next logical progression. Now, what happens to burn the bridge? Like, here's what's probably going to happen in all reality. There's going to be some crazy event that happens that they caused. They as in the Apex Predators. They as in BlackRock. They as in Fidelity. All these institutions, right? There's going to be an Apex. There's going to be a catalytic, or my God, there's going to be a major event that happens that will basically burn the old system that they caused, by the way, and then they will present to you the new solution. It's classic Apex Predator playbook. Cause a problem that does not exist, and then sell you the solution. I.e. C19, right? Certainly came from a lab. They made $40 billion, right? There's many examples of this happening over and over and over and over again. Cause a problem that does not exist and then sell you the solution, right? So there will be some sort of event that is going to burn the old system that will force them to bridge to blockchain. But it's not going to be like the good guy blockchain, right? It's not going to be like privacy. It's not going to be like, you know what I mean? It's going to be like less freeing. It's going to be more tracking, right? So that's what's going to happen in my opinion. What will bring in more retail? All-time highs. All-time highs. Are you into gaming? If yes, what games? Not really. I used to be a lot more when I was younger, but I just I don't really have time to game. I play what do you believe Solana could get you $500 to $600? ICP a good buy right now? I think so. Still in the negative? I would check your inflation, brother. That means you haven't been buying enough Bitcoin, is what that means. So he says, I've been buying since 2022, still in the negative. I would guess I would have to take a sit down and look at your portfolio, which is the service that I offer. But I would guess I'd be willing to bet that you've been buying highly inflationary coins. I'd be willing to bet that you haven't bought any Bitcoin or not enough. Nick, thank you for the W, the goat, the tiny, the chili, the perfume, and the lightning. You savage. XLM a good buy right now. It's decent. What's the price of XLM right now? He says, didn't think of it that way, but wow, that makes sense. Yeah, listen. How can I articulate this? How can I say this? Okay. What I think you should do when you're analyzing the markets, when you're analyzing, oh my God. Ah! Thank you for the choking bear. When you're analyzing the markets, when you're analyzing what you think is going to happen and what could cause it to happen, you need to look through the lens of the apex predator and what makes the most money for the apex predator, what makes the most power for the apex predator. And you shouldn't make decisions out of fear. You shouldn't make decisions out of like scarcity, but you should understand who the opponent is and how they move. What's your Rose target? A minimum of 38 cents. It could get as high as $1 or $2. What is the issue with the technicals on Rose? Or not Rose, Turbo. It went up too high too fast and it didn't backtest it. Who and what is Rose? Rose is Oasis Network. How much does it cost for a call? 2 Sol. Which is on a discount. And if you're a person who wants to do a monthly, a year price is 50% off. What's the strategy when alts pump? Switch to Bitcoin after the, or park in stable coins. Okay, so like a general strategy that you can use is every time a coin were to double, take 10 to 20% off the table and keep doing that until your initial investment is recuperated. Once your initial investment is recuperated, you can then swing for the fences. But if you're exiting from alts at, like, let's say at the end of the bull market, like I presume you're talking about, my strategy personally in that, which a lot of my stuff is going to go towards my farm, but my strategy back into crypto, I will be doing, like, I view Bitcoin, Tether, and USDC as stables. And so it would be a 33% mix of each. Flux target, $5. Do you think we run it all before the sell in May? Yes, I do. 118,000 minimum for Bitcoin. Thoughts on ADA? $68. I'd like ADA. Top value ISO coin. All right, what's the updated list? Give me all the ISO coins, and I'll rank the top 3 value right now, because I know they're adding more constantly. Like, what is ISO? XLM is ISO. I know XRP. I know Quant. I know. So give me, just rattle off all the ISOs, and I will rank my top 3. ICP target 100. Cardano. So if ICP's ISO, that is a top value right now for sure. Cardano, if Cardano is ISO, is definitely a good value as well. David, thanks for becoming a follower on Twitch. Quant's a good value. So there you go. That's top 3. Loosely. It would be ICP, ADA, Quant for ISO values. Can ICP reach all-time high again? I don't think it will this cycle, but you don't need it to, right? Just a retracement is a 20x, right? That's more than enough. Cello. What do you predict to buy now? My top value plays. The best strategy that I can give you guys all is find coins that you have high conviction in that have low to no inflation. And DCA. And if you do that, you will remove yourself from manipulation. You will remove yourself from the emotional warfare. You will remove yourself from your own self being the enemy of you. That's the best strategy. And a loose exit strategy is every time you double, take 10% off the table, 10 to 20% off the table. Keep doing that until you have recouped your full initial investment. Once you have recouped your full initial investment, swing for the fences. ICP is not an ISO coin. Well, there you go. Wrong chat. Wrong chart. Well, I don't really care that much about like narrative coins, to be honest. I just look for value overall. LCX $1 to $2. This looks fine to me. This looks like accumulation. Just at the bottom of the range. It's at the bear market prices. Again, like 22 prices with 2025 risk. Beautiful. Even if it only retraces, it's fine. Thoughts on Solana? $500 to $600. Algo, $1 to $2. $3 for retracement. That's fine. That's a 9x. Are we on track? It looks, yeah, yes. Icy Wiener, yes, that is correct. This is a local bottom. This happened live. Who was here live when I put this on the chart? We put the tariff. I don't know why it's over here. Okay, here we go. We put the tariff on the chart live as we were crashing. I made it gray. Well, I made it red. Maybe a little bit premature. But it looks like a confirmed bottom. And it looks like a higher low. So it's red. At a minimum, I think this will be a local bottom, as in like 2 to 3 weeks. Just joined Ski. How the market looking? Heard we're looking kind of bearish. That's bullish news. If you heard we're looking bearish, that's bullish news. If you heard we're looking bullish, that's bearish news. Just continue to think like that, and you will make a lot of money. Very simple, but not easy, right? Simple and easy are not the same. How about Render? $30. Cello was delisted from Coinbase. Well, then there you go. I think that is just a retracement then. Says, it was here. It was beautiful. You check Rose yet? Yeah, listen, there's nothing different about Rose. Rose is at the bear market prices. You're getting 2022 prices at 2025 risk. Beautiful. 38 cents minimum for Rose. Parabolic is $1. Any idea what XYO will be this month? XYO, I think, goes to 20 cents. Can you show us an example of an exit strategy for 20K investment? When it doubles, take 10% off. Okay. All right, let me do a chart that I don't care about. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch an altcoin by his toe if he hollers. I will let him go, and you are it. Sorry if you own this. All right. So, question. People need to jump rows and buy Solnick. Solnick is my top value play. 100%. Top 100x play. Solnick. I want to book a portfolio call. When are you available? I have availability this week. If you guys want to do a portfolio exit strategy call, send me a DM if you want to set that up. I have availability this week. I'm a busy man. But I have availability this week if you guys want to set up a consultation. So send me a DM. All right. Question. When talking about my every double, remove 10%, what does that look like in practicality off of a $20,000 portfolio or a coin? Okay, let's talk about it. So let's say you have X coin. And you put $20,000 into X coin. Let's say X coin has now doubled in market cap. And your $20,000 is now worth $40,000. So what does this look like in practicality? Here's like an actual practical strategy to exit from. What does this look like? Okay. So it's doubled. How do you take 10%? What does that look like? And I would say 10 to 20% depending on conviction. So what is 10% of 40K? $4,000. Off the table. Dry powder. Right? Dry powder. 20% is 8,000. Okay? If you do 20% out of double, that means you've recouped 40% of your total investment back. Okay, keep doing this until your full initial is out. Once your initial is out, which is about a 5x, depending on how much you take, a 5x, you have your entire initial out. You got your entire 20K back. It's really about a 4x. You have all of it back. Now with your X coin, swing for the fences. Now you can afford to swing for 20x's, 30x's, 50x's, whatever you want. Win raffle. I moved the raffle back 1 week. So it was supposed to be today, but I haven't been talking about it. So if you want to get the raffle, we moved it back 1 week. Why algo only $1 to $2? Can you chart it? Inflation. Okay, what to do with coins that are stuck with since 2022? Sell at a huge loss? Okay, there's just listen, there's not a cookie cutter answer. Okay, that's the truth. There's not just this cookie cutter answer that I can give you. But generally, do you believe in the project? Do they have low to no inflation? If the answer is yes, I would ride it out. If the answer is no, I would consider cutting losses, which you can use for tax offsetting purposes. Tax loss harvesting. Yes, Moonbag, that's right. Alex, that is correct. Top is in 2026. How much of your portfolio will you hold considering Bitcoin might come back to the CME gap? All of it. If my strategy has not been met, I'm not going to be taking action. Unless something pumps. What are the use for rows that makes you like it? Nobody else talks about it. Listen. me as a technical analyst. None of my thesis has anything to do with what it does. And I've talked about this ad nauseum. Price does not equal walking on water. Price does not equal turning water into wine. Price does not equal helping Santa Claus deliver presents or curing world hunger. It doesn't equal that. Price equals supply plus demand. And the reason I like Rose, the inflation is low. Low to no inflation. Supply. What is the demand? 2 years of accumulation, trading at the same range. The longer the chop, the higher the launch. Okay, so risk to reward. That's why I like it. It has nothing to do with what it does. I don't care what it does. I care about ROI. I'm not here to join any cults. I'm here to make return on my investment. That is it. That's why I'm here. I'm here. Nick, think for the W. You savage. Solana will feed nations. Very bullish long term. I'm very bullish long term on Solana as well. So sell in May will be the final Bitcoin low or bear market 2026. It'd probably be the same price, to be honest, Dan. Relatively. We'll see what happens. Listen, I'm outlining scenarios, but I'm going to let the market guide me. I'm seeing different scenarios that could play out. And what it is, listen, this is what it is. I know people think that Ski is just like this wizard who has a crystal ball, but that's not really what it is. What it is you outline probable scenarios. P.S. Probable scenarios. What are the most likely outcome? Now, when we say probable scenarios, what we're not talking about, are you live in the AM? Yes. Notionally, yes. No, yes. Yes, I am. I'll be live in the AM. When we talk about PS, probable scenarios, this does not mean like your anxiety scenarios. This does not mean like, what about a black swan of the meteor coming down and crushing Earth and the dinosaur? No. Probable. What is the most probable scenario, worst case scenario, or the probable best case scenario? The highest likelihood of achievement. Okay? So you outline this. What are the high scenarios and what are the low scenarios? Okay? And then you get an if, then approach. Meaning, if X action happens, I will take X action. Or if X cause happens, I will take X action. If this price target is met, I will take X action. That's what it is. Web not seeing much inflation on algo coin market cap. Can you check? Can you explain inflation in crypto? Yes. I'll check, Web. Inflation. If in 2022, let's just say, right? So that was the bear market. Gala is an example of a coin. They had 7 billion circulating supply. If we look at Gala today, Gala now has 36 billion circulating supply. So they have inflated, just like the US dollar prints money every single month, just goes, they have inflated the supply. That is inflation, crypto inflation. Now, crypto by design is supposed to be anti this. It's not supposed to be this way. And Bitcoin is not, right? But sometimes people think Bitcoin and crypto are the same, and they're not. There are not all coins that don't have inflation. So you can't lump every coin in like Bitcoin and think that it's just going to do awesome just because it's a crypto. That's not real. Because price equals supply plus demand. What's the supply? This is the supply. If this is going up, if the supply is going up, if the supply is inflating, the demand must equal that inflation just to be even. So in Gala's case, Gala has 5x the inflation. That means the demand for Gala must be a 5x just to break even. What's the demand? The demand is the market cap. The demand is how many dollars are people investing into the project. Can you give your current take on XRP? How far? I think XRP goes to $5. Is Flux a good buy, Ski? Flux is my top medium cap play. Dot minimum prediction, 7x from here, Nick. Sui introduces a burn mechanism at the end of February through the upcoming. Listen, I would need to see like what's the brass tacks on that, right? Because Shiba is burning tokens, but if it's like a drop in the bucket, like I don't care. Right? Like what I see happens a lot of times is like coins. I don't know that Sui's doing this. Right? Just as an example, I don't know. All right? But let's just say that they are. Just for presentation purposes, okay? A lot of times what happens is, and I know for a fact, Sui has inflation. A lot of inflation. Price equals supply plus demand. If the supply is increasing, that's a problem for ROI. This is bad for ROI. Yes, I think DOT can still 10x. So a lot of times these coins, they'll kind of know that it's like, okay, well, this is sus. If anyone who's in the know, they know that this is sus. And I'm not saying specifically Sui. I haven't dug into the brass tacks on how much are they actually going to burn. I don't know. Okay, let me just be full transparent. But I do know a lot of projects do this, what I'm about to outline. Okay, so a lot of them, they know that they've dumped their supply like crazy. And to try to compensate from this, let's say the supply was 5x. They'll burn like 0.5x and make you think that it's like, oh, see, we're good guys. We're good, I promise. But in reality, this is way less than this. So I would look at the brass tacks of like, what is the actual percentage of supply that they're actually going to burn? Is it outpacing inflation? Is it outpacing the US dollar's inflation? If no, it means nothing. Wish XYO would burn more tokens. I think XYO is a pretty good value. Sui has a max supply. What inflation? They can't print only filling the circulating supply. It's still inflation. Okay? It's still inflation. Okay? What is Sui's max supply? Let's see. Just because there's a maximum supply doesn't mean that it's not inflation. Let's talk specific numbers now. Okay. The circulating supply of Sui is 30.8%. Okay? The circulating supply is 3 billion, or 30% of the total supply. That's not good news. because that means that 10 billion is the max. All right? So when you go from, you might be like, okay, there's only 10 billion. That's it forever. That's correct. But you can't be like, going from 3 billion to 10 billion is not inflation, because it is. Because the price right now for SUI is the $3 billion evaluation. If they dump to 9 billion, the price will reflect it, because the market cap is 1.2 billion. So if they dump an additional 7 billion, guess what? The price would be a 70% off. It's still inflation, even if there's a maximum supply. It's still inflation. Bitcoin has inflation right now. Right? The difference is the circulating supply is 94.38%. The difference is what is released to the supply is half of what gold's inflation is. All right, we know that the maximum supply on Bitcoin is only ever going to be 21 million. The inflation of what is released to the market is less than half of what gold, as in what they mine every year. There's still inflation. Just because there's a maximum supply doesn't mean there's not inflation. That's still inflation. Just wondering, are you burning Solana? Yes. We've already burned 15 million coins. I will be burning an additional 10 million coins at a $100 million market cap. And then I will be burning an additional 5 million coins at $1 billion market cap. And then I will be burning an additional 2.5 million coins at $6 billion market cap. But yes, we have already burned coins. What's up, Savage? What's up, bro? Are you saying it's not good long-term investment if there is inflation of any kind? Not of any kind. The inflation, and it's not even long-term. It's more short-term. Quick question. What's up, fam? It's more short-term, Brandon. Like an example of a coin that I like long-term. Oh, my God. An example of a coin that I like long-term, but not as much short-term is HBAR. I like long-term. And I think HBAR is going to perform very well over the next 10 years. But HBAR 3x the inflation since 2022. Okay? So short term, as in the next 12 months, this isn't good. And it's not, the answer to your question is discretion. Okay, the answer to your question is discretion. But a general rule of thumb is, let's say it's X coin, whatever. It doesn't matter what the coin is when you're looking at tokenomics. X coin, let's call it X coin. And we know that X coin has inflation. A general rule of thumb to understand, is it a good investment short term? Because inflation is not necessarily a bad thing long term. But the question to ask yourself is this inflation short term more than or less than the thing that you're trading, which is generally the US dollar? So is the inflation outpacing the US dollar? If yes, it's a bad investment short term. If no, it's fine short term. I think HBAR has performed pretty well so far. I agree, but it could have performed way better. Right? I'll show you how much better. If it just did the scheduled inflation, because they front-loaded some of the inflation. I don't like this music. This is kind of crazy. Let's show you what the price of H bar would have been at the top over here had they have just done the scheduled inflation rather than what they did do. So did H bar perform well? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But what could it have performed had the inflation not been more than, and again, I still like H bar long term. It's a long term buy, it's a long term hold. But what could it have done? What did we get to? The 1618? It could have been at 88 cents. What's your target for Crow? $1. Thoughts on IOTA? I like IOTA. When should I take profit? At this point, listen, I like H bar. I'll be buying H bar like crazy in 2026. Thank you for the hat and mustache. Yeehaw! Can you burn these coins to my wallet? Chainlink, $80. Avalanche, $200 to $300. I'm tempted consolidating into US possible no tax on crypto. Solnix, the US coin. Not a bad idea, though. Good time to buy or wait. No, do not wait. DCA, DCA, DCA. Thank me later. No audio. Shit. Did we die? Bro. Was there no audio on the Sonic account? Hold on, let me plug this back in. Someone said there's no audio, but I think that there was. Was there no? Let me plug this back in. Is there no audio? Is there audio now? Are we good? More crispy? What happens when dip? All good? Okay, good. Audio is good. I'm live on 2 different accounts. One is on my phone, one's on my computer. It's been good. What's the best wallet? Hot wallet? Phantom. How many Sonic holders? Just shy of 3,000. Uni. Need some water. Water! Dot prediction, 10x. Uni, also a 10x. Listen, I want you guys to think about. I want you to think about this. Like how this game is actually played. How is this game actually played? It's only going to hit 10 cents in 2025. That's the bet. And when it does, I will burn 10 million of my coins. Gone forever. Never to be sold. How many dollars is 10 million at 10 cents? $1 million. Should I have Exodus? Should change it over to Phantom. Exodus is fine. I just like if I could only pick one, I like Phantom for its ability to on and off ramp, to connect to dApps. I also have Exodus. Exodus is just fine. It's a very secure wallet as long as you do your proper precautions. All right. Here's one thing that I want to mention. Almost every time before we launch, there's one final scary moment. So this was the last launch of the last bull market. What was this scary moment? Does anyone remember this scary moment? Oh yeah, when they shut down the whole world. right before the launch. Now, is something like that going to happen again? No. But there will be scary moments before you launch. Always. Always. Always, always, always. Scary moments. And I would argue that this tariff thing was a pretty scary moment. Yeah. Sell Utah. Exodus is just fine. I use Exodus all the time. Tariff was not scary, only if you didn't know. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't scary to me. But it was scary like price action for most people. There was a ton of people, I promise you, that sold a couple days ago. They sold the bottom and they said it was over. They said we're cooked. They sold the bottom and they got shooken out. There was a large percentage of retail that's exactly what happened. I got liquidated. It happens, bro. You recall the last cycle also full of it's different this time vibes or something? I 100% agree. That's exactly what happened last time. It's different this time happened. Yeah. I've heard it so many times. It's not even funny. Please make a video for Patreon. I just uploaded a Patreon video, Nick. I uploaded right before I went live, so I don't know if you got notified, but it's on the Telegram, it's on the YouTube members, and it's on Jesus. Patreon, Jesus. I will probably upload it on TikTok later. I've had trouble uploading my Patreon videos on TikTok, though. They tend to mute it. I didn't put any music on it, so we'll see. But I'll try. I'll try to upload the Patreon video for the members later. That's just an in-depth analysis, Nick, as to what we were talking about. And then I'll be doing another video on Sunday where it'll be more of a lesson. Praying it's not a double top. Nick, thanks for the tiny diny, the chili, the W, the lightning. Is it a good idea to buy XRP at $5? To sell XRP at $5 and buy Rose if it's still under 6 cents? I don't think that is possible. Right? What would transpire in order for XRP to go to $5 is the start of alt season. Right? So I don't know that you're going to get that price for Rose. And in fact, I would be willing to guarantee that you're not going to get that price for Rose. The first part of the question is, yes, I think it is a good idea to sell some of your XRP at $5. I will be selling some of my XRP at $5. Says I was a little nervous, didn't sell though. 38 on the Fear and Greed Index, might go lower. Considering where we were just at, that is extreme fear. Right? Because we were just in the 80s. Did the dip on Flux ruin your long? Yes, my long got liquidated on Flux. That is true. But I definitely bought and I still mine. So to the left of me, and I could actually show you guys if you want. But to the left of me, my whole farm over here, I have an entire GPU operation. They're all mining Flux. So I'm MCAing, mine cost averaging on Flux every single day. So I'm getting a ton of Flux every single day. And I also was buying Flux at spot. So I was mining Flux, still mining Flux. During the dip, I bought Flux at spot and I went long. The leverage long got liquidated, but I still have my spot and I still have what I'm mining. And I might re-enter along as well. In fact, I probably will. Broski. Yeah, so just like revealing to the curtain for you guys. If you think that I am perfect, I'm not. If you think that my trades are a 100%, I win every single time, I don't. But over the course of time, it's all about probabilities and percentages. No charts like that. He's full of it. What are you talking about? I just said I got liquidated, bro. What do you want from me? Do you want me to go down memory lane of all the stuff that I did get right? With video evidence documented? Because we can do that. No one uses charts like that. Great. You know why? Because retail is dumb. No one has the track record that I have either. Put me up against any content creator. Any content creator. All wins, all losses. Video evidence documented. I just said I got liquidated on Flux. I'm not sitting here pretending like, oh, I win every time. No. Video evidence documented. I bought the bottom. Video evidence documented. I called every single local bottom. When FTX went to zero, the day after, I said that the bottom was in. A week later, I said I would shave my head. Video evidence documented. That's not how you're supposed to do, TA. Yes, if you are an idiot retail who doesn't make money, you are correct. Video evidence documented. There is no content creator that has the same track record as me, period. That's not how you do TA. That's not how you're supposed to do TA. Yes, if you're an idiot retail who doesn't make money, that's correct. Luna Classic, I said it was a local bottom. Video evidence documented. FTX went to zero. 6 months in advance, I said November 8th was on my radar. A day later, video evidence, I said it was the local bottom, or the bottom. A week later, I said it would shave my head if we went any lower. Silicon Valley Bank went to zero. Video evidence documented. Go look. March 10th, 2023. Go look at my YouTube videos. I dare you. Compare me to your favorite content creator during November 8th, 2022, March 10th, 2023. Go compare me to your favorite content creator. Video evidence documented. I said it was a local bottom. We would not go lower. I would shave my head if we went lower. The war in Israel, 9/11/2023. Video evidence documented. Go look at the videos. Go compare me to your favorite content creator. I said it was a local bottom. We would not go lower. I would shave my head, my face, my beard, and my cat if we went lower. The cat was a joke. I also said video evidence documented. We would go to 48K by the end of the year. Video evidence documented. When Germany and Mt. Gox was selling their Bitcoin, July 4th, 2025, or 2024, I said it was a local bottom. This is what a local bottom feels like. Video evidence documented. Compare me to your favorite content creator during the scariest times. When Japan cut their rates, video evidence documented. August 6, 2024, I said it's a local bottom. I said this is X, Y, and Z, why it's a local bottom. Video evidence documented. Compare me to your favorite content creators in the scariest moments. Because anybody can front run. Video evidence documented when the United States was selling their Bitcoin. I said it's a local bottom and we're not going lower. Video evidence documented 2 days ago or 3 days ago when Bitcoin was crashing. I was live and I put this on here live. So no, we're not watching your wife's boyfriend. We're not going to watch your wife's boyfriend. Because they don't have the same track record. Because we're not built the same. We're not cut from the same cloth. That's not how you do. That's not how you do TA. That's why you're listening to your wife's boyfriend. No, I'm not okay. When it's high fives all around, it's time to sell. Literally, listen, I have $1,000 for anybody who has a better track record, period. How about that? Anybody who can show me these scary moments and what your favorite person was saying during these moments, I have $1,000 for you if they have a better track record. How about that? How about that? The doors of church is now open. Gonna lose your voice. Yeah, we will. How about 1,000 Solnick? It will be the same someday. Ski Vader, let him cook. It doesn't count on my favorite person is your boy Ski. Second to none. Cash me outside. How about that? I just realized I didn't have my YouTube chat up. Damn it! Due to your lies. Yeah. I promise you, he practiced the speech in front of the mirror. Every word. I did. No one will admit it, but most of us got liquidated in leverage positions. I did too. Yeah, I did too. It happens. It's part of the game. Is it going to moon to March? I think so. Life-changing levels right now. My number one 100x play. Period. End of list. I think he says it's video evidence documented. That's right. All paid actors here making money. When my friend got me into all this last year, he warned me about the emotions of the bull market and how it have to. That's right. The emotions are, I mean, that is the game. That is that is step 1 through, that's step A through Z on what you need to master in order to consistently make money, period. What was the 100x play? Solnick, Solnic. Where's Bitcoin going next? 118,000. Do you think Jasmine XYO will recover? I keep waiting. Jasmine gets to 10 cents in my opinion. XYO I think is doing great. You have to understand XYO just did a 4x, right? So to pull back some is to be expected. Thoughts on Sui? Highly inflationary. Cash me outside. Do you think Alex Costa calling for Hehe to 100x? I think Hehe will get above $100 million market cap as well. He's also one of my top plays. I live in an and abundance, not an or scarcity. And abundance, not or scarcity. Cool. Ignore Catspa. I did. I said 50 cents. How do you know when a coin is inflationary? Easy way, Miguel, is coin market cap. If you look at, I'll show you. I'll show you an easy way. Okay, so Bitcoin. Here's an example of what you want to look for. So if you go to any coin, we're just going to do Bitcoin. It doesn't matter, whatever coin. You're going to click on price. You're going to go to all. And then you're going to click on, just take a mental note of what this looks like. You don't need to have a ruler. It doesn't need to be an exact science. And then look at market cap. Do they look similar? If yes, that's good. If no, not good. All right, Filecoin, example of what you don't want to see. All, price, market. Okay, take a mental note of this. Market cap. See how they're different? Not good. Does inflation matter during peak euphoria? Yes. It doesn't mean that it won't pump. It just means that what you could expect from it would be less. Is BitUnex where when you trade is profit and loss price including fee or without? Yes, including. As in when the trade is over. Yes, that's great. Yes, that's correct. It's with the fees. Can I buy your chickens on your farm? Okay, I need to look into this. But I'm actually considering this as a real possibility. I don't know. There has to be a way. I don't know what the laws are for like shipping across state lines or shipping food across borders. I don't know what the laws are on that. But you certainly could come to my farm and buy some chickens. But what I'm actually looking into is packaging and selling direct to customer, even across state lines. So I don't know what the legalities on that. I need to do some more research. But that might be a possibility that you guys could get some farm fresh chickens, all GMO, bugs, not drugs. I said all GMO. No GMO. No hormones. Bugs, not drugs. Grass fed. Meat. But I need to look into that. And there wouldn't be a middleman. So it'd be directly from the farm. There's definitely ways to do it. I need to figure out what the legalities of like selling across state lines are, but you certainly could come to the farm and get some good meat. You need to get a permit. But yeah, so actually there should be a batch of chickens that are going to be ready in so we're going to have some broilers. They should be ready by the fall. I'll probably have about 100 for sale. Nothing crazy to start out. So I'm going to do 200. So 100 is going to be for my family, and then I'll probably sell 100. You have a big fridge? Yeah. When alt season, either February or April is when it starts. Have you seen the price of eggs in the store? It's crazy how high it's been getting. I'll probably do 5 per dozen. I don't even know what the price of eggs are, but my eggs are going to be all organic, no GMO, bugs, not drugs. And they'll be pasture raised. So I'll probably do $5 a dozen. I don't know. I don't even know what the price of eggs are, to be honest with you. So there you go. 9 a dozen isn't crazy. I'll keep it at 5. That's crazy. $5 a dozen is insane. But I promise you, my eggs are different than what you get at the store. It's a different thing. In fact, I don't even like when I go home and I get offered eggs, I don't want them. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Water and eggs, I am a snob. Like, I'm like, that's a sick egg. I don't want to eat that. I'm very spoiled when it comes to eggs. So yeah, listen, that's my goal. To get high quality food to my community. And that might be my local community, and it might be like all of you guys. I don't know what the legalities on that, but it'll certainly be my local community. Is alt season starting? I think so. All right, guys. I'm going to be live tomorrow. Can I buy a chicken with Solnick? Yeah. Why not? I'll take your Solnick for sure. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow in the morning and in the evening. I will never message any of you guys first. Those are scammers. Do not get scammed, for the love of God. DCA, stick to your plan. If you want a consultation with me, I'm free this week. Send me a DM. We can set something up. If you want to have an exit strategy personalized towards you and your goals and your portfolio, that way when the apex predator strikes again, you are good to go. All right, guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless.